right, hold
Yo.
on, let me check.
Bullets.
Yeah.
It's just like
I'm gonna see if Shar's can get on, so he can be my judge. But if not, we can just have Dark as
Bro said Charles.
Do you think Shar's is ass?
What?
Never mind.
Oh yeah, I'm just gonna get Char. I'm gonna just gonna get Shar's as my judge. If not, we just have Dark judge.
I thought Yanni did CrossFit.
Hmm?
Said I thought Yanni did CrossFit, but
Wasn't his last debate like Philo of the Mind?
I don't know, nigga. I just every debate I've seen him with was IRL. But shit.
Oh, I gotta get into low tiers, bro. Like no one debates low tiers, so except like TikTok niggas, which I'm not doing.
What's the topic?
Alucard versus Shiki.
Yeah.
Why didn't y'all do this in that nigga server?
Who's ever?
I forgot his name. Infinity Wilson.
Infinity. View.
Yeah, you could have just did it there.
BigPray, are you in Infinity server?
Yeah.
Alright, but you just want to do that there so we can actually get a like
Hell
recording bot.
nah. I'll
Why
record,
not?
don't worry.
All right.
I have the recording set. Look, I can send you the picture.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, Shar's not responding. Yeah, we can just go ahead. I'm guessing you think your character wins. Oh wait, no, hold on, never mind. He fucking responded.
Okay.
God damn it, Brad. This. Oh, fuck.
How does shit, yes. Um,
Wait, is Beats debating repellent?
Is he?
Bro, I don't know. This guy Beats talking about.
I thought fucking Repellent was a deist for some reason.
Bro, where the
I haven't talked to
hell
him
is
much.
he? Oh, I think they're discussing or some PC together.
might stop taking the atheist position when I debate theology.
You take a atheist position? Why don't you take agnostic?
I take agnostic atheist. I should have clarified that. I'm about to say I believe in God. I'm a theist, but I think just for the sake of debate, like for just to argue, I usually take agnostic atheist.
Okay. You know you can take agnostic deist, right?
I'm aware. It's just like I haven't like it's like when I argue it's like I don't even have I just don't enjoy arguing
For the
just 'cause
deist position.
yeah, I don't know the arguments.
Yo.
It's not, I don't. It's not. That's good. It's
Okay.
I don't enjoy.
Can we start?
Bro, that nigga Shar's not responding. Yeah. Yeah. I'm guessing you just think your character wins.
Yeah, my character wins. That's gonna be the stance.
Okay. I think my character just doesn't lose.
Okay. Okay.
You want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
All right. Are you aware that like Shiki is the root?
I'm not sure. I haven't watched the series or whatever it comes from.
Okay. So I'll send you those. Pretty much just like it's implied like they are the same thing. Let me find it. So let me fucking send it. All right. So pretty much what these scans are like implying is that the spiral origin, which is the root, like it's the root of all origins, um, that is pretty much the true that is pretty much the true nature of Ryogi Shiki, which is defined which is Void Shiki, which I forgot to or say that I'm taking Void Shiki, not just any Shiki or like Shikitano. Pretty much, yeah. That's pretty much what I'm saying, or what these scans are implying.
Okay, so you're taking Void Shiki, and the scans imply that she is the root in being.
Yeah, yes, it implies that. Yeah, it implies that she
So
is the root.
okay, so the root is it's a title or it's a thing.
It is a thing,
Okay,
more of.
so Void Shiki has the form and the existence of the roots, right?
I say she has the existence of the root.
Okay, no problem. I'll read the scans. Nice part of the smile. Can you highlight where it says it's?
Okay, hold up.
Or just send the screenshot of where it says it.
Okay, pretty much where it says whose nature tied it back to the indescribable blank. It has taken me many years, but you found her, and her name is Shiki Ryogi. And we know so in the context of like Garden of Sinners, Shiki Ryogi is the vessel is like the vessel of the root.
Soul of the root. She's the vessel of the root.
Yeah, and okay, yeah, pretty much she is the vessel of the root, and like Void Shiki is described as like fucking is Shiki Ryogi's like true nature, and I can send
I
that
mean,
scan if you want me to.
you do understand that there's a difference between the vessel and the actual thing that it vessels, right?
Yes, but what I'm saying is that inherently Void Shiki was connected to the root, and then the root Ryugi Shiki became the vessel of the root, and then after she became or even before she or even or after she became the vessel, the manifestation of the root, aka Void Shiki, became became the root or became
Okay, so it was a sort of process.
yes,
Okay, so is there gonna be the evidence for Wojcicki being the last stage of, well,
the
her
last
being the
stage
root?
of the
Because right now you've expressed that she's a vessel.
well, if the vessel is inherently the vessel has a nature, the nature being Void Shiki. It's more of implied that the root is connected to Void Shiki, and I can actually just give you like a scan that
They
said
can be
that Void
connected.
or that
They can be connected,
hold
but
up.
like you said, that the existence is the same.
Yes, their existence is the same. Hold on, let me find it. Um,
Yeah, so you're lying to me.
no, what?
The text didn't actually imply that she is the root at that given time.
Hold up, bruh.
You require another
Because
scan to say this.
no, it's just because it makes it easier for me. It already says like, hold on, let me show you.
You
So, but the Ryogi family infused me with an empty vessel with intelligence. Pretty much, the empty vessel in question is Ryogi, and the root is just taking over the extrinsic property of Ryugi Shiki, and that's why she looks like that or looks
But
like Ryugi Shiki.
where does it say that she becomes the root?
Where does it say that Void Shiki
Like,
becomes the root?
I'm aware that from what I'm seeing that it doesn't explicitly say, but I'm trying to find the inference that implies it.
That implies that Void Shiki like is
Yes,
intrinsically the root.
because clearly there's no implicit verbatim statement, so I'm just asking you to clarify the inference that you're making.
Okay, so right, hold up, let me close my door real fast.
All right.
Right. You make this one have to give conclusions, bro. I missed like fucking 5 minutes.
Okay, so if this,
I was AFK.
bruh,
Here, go.
um, yeah, that's not what I need. Um,
or as a
Yeah, pretty
library.
much where I'm drawing this fucking. Or actually, I don't even need to use that argument. Hold up, because I'm pretty sure it's alright stated. It might be alright stated. Let me check.
Hold on. Yo, Dark, you
Wait,
suck.
you're just trying to justify like her or like there being an implication of her being a part of the root or some shit.
I don't even think I need to anymore because it might be already stated. Yeah, it is. I got it. So yeah, it already states like Void Shiki herself is the spiral.
Actually, I myself might be might. Okay,
Might be
let's.
the spiral. Okay,
So
yes,
if
it says
she has
I
doubt,
myself
right?
might be. Yes, like the thing is, when she's saying she might be the spiral, or it's more likely to say that she is the spiral because knowing all the context of what actually is going down, or what is like Vuchiki's actual true identity, it is the true nature of, or Vuchiki is inherently, or Vuchiki is just like fucking taking over, or is
Um,
the true vessel, or the true fucking
have you
nature of.
presented the context that implies a higher likeliness of her being the spiral and not just simply a less probable scenario?
Okay, you already know that Vuchiki is Ryugi Shiki's identity or true nature, right?
Uh, that Wojcicki
Or
is
do you want?
Ryogi Shiki.
No, like she is her like true nature. That's what I'm saying.
She's who? Ryugi?
Yes, Ryugi's.
Uh,
Okay,
sure, I
so
think.
you know that, right? And we know that Ryugi, or she says that the Ryugi family infused me an empty vessel with intelligence. The empty vessel in question is Ryugi. You know that, right?
Okay, so her family infused her in Ryugi, the vessel of Ryugi.
Well, no, I feel like what they mean by this is that because in the context of fate, Ryugi Shiki dies, it was going to be erased when she died, but then the root intervened, and that's how she became the
But
root,
but you're
or
saying
that's
that
how she became.
they infused me into in a vessel with intelligence, but like, first of all, this doesn't imply that she becomes Ryugi, as you said, or am I missing something?
This doesn't imply that she becomes Ryugi,
Yeah,
or that it. You mean like she doesn't become the true nature?
that she doesn't become Ryugi, as you said, like what you initially said. So whatever you said, then that sure that wouldn't like
Oh,
I would
that
disagree.
she isn't, or that Shiki isn't inherently the root. That's what you're
Uh,
saying?
Is Ryogi the root?
Or not fucking Void Shiki becomes the root. My fault.
Yes.
Void Shiki, yeah, yes.
You said that Wojcicki becomes Ryogi.
Yeah, what I meant by that was Void Shiki becoming Ryogi. I mean Ryogi was a vessel for the root. The root having like Void Shiki, technically Void Shiki is technically a fan name, just in case you fucking didn't know
Okay,
that.
so so a vessel is Ryugi.
Yes, the vessel is
Okay,
Ryugi. The
so
root connects itself to Ryugi,
right,
right?
perfect. Yeah. So is there going to be an explanation for a vessel possibly being the what it's vesseling?
Wait, what you say?
You said that it would be more likely based off the context that the vessel would actually become the spiral, like truly. But I'd like an explanation that the
The
context
I meant
is
I
she's
meant
the
as
vessel.
in the vessel. I meant as in the vessel is the vessel becomes is Ryugi Shiki, and via Ryugi Shiki being the vessel, Void Shiki can have a body.
With the body being the root, right?
The yes, the body being Ryugi Shiki, because that's why Ryugi Shiki looks so similar to Void Shiki. They're technically the same body.
Okay. So, okay, Ryogi Shiki, the one that's the vessel, would provide Void Shiki an opportunity to become the root.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying the root, because in the context of Garden of Sinners, the root inherently like has the root the root saves Ryugi from being erased after being killed, and that's why like the mystic that's why she has access to the mystic eyes.
Well, So Ryugi Shiki states herself that she might be the Spiron. So basically, she's a vessel for herself to become the root.
Basically, she's the vessel for herself to become the root. Wait, what? Wait, huh?
Okay, a vessel leads to something, right? Like, for example,
A vessel.
listen, yeah, a vessel is something that like, it's a person that you use to become something. For example,
Yes.
Madara was the vessel for Kaguya. Kaguya used
Yeah, sure.
Madara to become herself. So Ryogi Shiki here, being the vessel, she allows Void Shiki to become the root.
Allow. So no, that's not what I'm saying at all. What I'm saying is like I'm pretty sure I already clarified, but if you want me to clarify again, the vessel is Ryugi Shiki. The reason why she becomes a vessel of the root is because she was going to be erased, and that's why she gets access to the mystic eyes. Because she becomes connected to the root, she can see, see everything's death, and can cut the lines. Oh wait, do you know about the mystic eyes? Fuck, I was presupposing you did.
Huh?
Do you know about the mystic eyes?
No, but I don't think that matters. But like, I'm asking
Okay.
the context of Ryogi Shiki being the vessel for the root. Well, why does that mean that she becomes the root? Like, I'm still not grasping that.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying Void Shiki. I'm saying the root was fucking, or the root was Void Shiki, right? That's what I'm. That's what you already got that right.
Yeah, yeah, that's
Yes,
what you're
the
saying, but
root was the root,
this is
or
supposed to be the
not was, but
explanation.
is Void. Huh?
Mm. If
Okay.
Wojcicki is already
So
the
if
root, then you don't need to like send me all these Ryogi scans.
okay, I just wanted to give you context to why, to like what or how Void Shiki like interacts, because you might see like some shit that's like, because it relates to a new thing. So you already agree that that Ryugi is just a vessel of the root, that root being the root being Void Shiki, and how and that the Void Shiki is connected to root. Are you fine with that, or
So Wojcicki being only connected to the root.
connected as in like they are inherently intrinsically the same thing?
Okay, don't say connected.
Okay. So do you agree to that? Yes or no?
That's the entire point of what I'm asking you. That's it.
Okay. So I'm
Yo, I'm gonna be right back, real quick.
Yeah,
okay. Where are you lost on, real fast?
I'm trying to get the statement of Wojcicki being the root itself.
Okay.
Because the pictures of the two girls that you sent me, that's Wojcicki or Yogi Shiki?
It's Void Shiki within Ryugi's body.
Oh, okay. Damn.
If I can find this shit. Um, that's a
Alright,
lot
my
of shit.
bad. I'm back. What did I miss?
Nothing so far. I'm just looking for some shit right now. So you're looking for a verbatim statement that Ryugi, or that not Ryugi, Void and the root are the same thing, right? Oh, big praise on mute.
So the root and the spiral being the same thing?
No, because the root because the spiral is the root. The spiral origin is the root. Because the root is like, the root of all things within Naziverse. And if you want me to send you a scan for that, I'll send you it if you want.
Mm. No, that's fine. Bro. Okay. Okay,
So,
fine. I'll just
and you're just looking for a verbatim statement
yeah.
of
Okay.
Uchiki.
Since I don't think I understand your story, I'll just accept that Wojcicki is the root.
Okay. So, if you accept this, the root is inherently like its intrinsic properties are inherently undescribable.
Yeah, it's undescribable.
Yes, its intrinsic properties are undescribable.
And undescribable to whose perception?
To the story's perception in general. Like it's supposed to be like undescribable. Its intrinsic properties, that is.
Its intrinsic properties prove that.
Okay, yeah, it literally says, like in the first scan I sent, it says whose nature tied it back to the indescribable blank, and the blank being
Wait, okay, is
fucking
it in the
the
first
spiral
scan?
vortex.
Is it in the first scan?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's at the top. So like I only need to find someone who molitates. I needed only one empty soul whose nature tied it back to the indescribable blank. That blank being the root.
Okay. I only need find someone in the multitudes that can. I need one whose nature tied it back to the undescribable. Tied it back to the indescribable. Okay, so uh, so obviously we're able to describe the roots when
Yes,
we
the extrinsic properties of the root, but not the intrinsic properties. That's what I'm saying.
you just said the same thing, the intrinsic properties but not the intrinsic properties.
No, not the extrinsic properties. So something
Okay,
like
extrinsic. Okay. Yeah. So
something like it being the.
what implies that distinction within the argument?
Okay, I'm saying that my character is inherently apathetic, or not apathetic, ineffable.
Yeah, no, I'm
Well,
saying
check
that
this thing.
okay, yeah, that's what you're implying. But I'm saying that this character can be described. You're saying that there's a difference between the intrinsic nature of this character and the extrinsic nature of this
Yes, I'm
character.
saying
I'm saying what
the
distinguishes it
intrinsic
within the
nature.
arguments.
Hold up, wait. What was your last part? I accidentally cut you off.
I'm asking you the distinguishment within the argument with its extrinsic natures and the intrinsic natures. Why isn't it like both of these natures that are undescribable and not just one of them? As because you're
Because
claiming that
the extrinsic natures include fucking describable things, yet we know that this thing is supposed to be indescribable. So,
that
for
begs the
example, the extrinsic
question.
properties such
That
as
begs
void
the
are
question. Tokyo, that
okay.
begs the question.
Okay.
Because the fact that he's indescribable is what's in question. You using the statement that's in question to justify your explanation is just like circular.
Bro, did he leave?
No, it's Kamura.
Oh. Bro, hurry up and finish this shit, nigga.
Shut your stupid ass up.
Bro, I'm trying to debate, bro. Bro, I need to get back, bro. Fucking.
Yo, you'll get back then. I'll just pound you back in retirement.
That's not what happened earlier. Get the fuck out of here.
Yo, Tokyo. Tokyo. Bro left.
I think he's AFK or some shit. I don't
Yeah.
know.
I kinda gotta go soon. That's the problem. Thought that it would be a bit faster. Yo, Hassan, wanna die real quick?
Yeah, but you were lost. You can't track. You shit ass
Yeah,
nigga.
we're AFK for
Uh,
10 minutes.
bro, bro. You wanna die on any topic on my Demon Slayer tier? What?
Bro left
Why do
himself.
you, bro? His internet probably went out or something.
Alright, the results. Yo, what?
No,
I
I
think
thought
he's back online.
he's back. He'll probably join back. Yeah, he joined back. Yeah.
Sorry.
And I was,
Anyways, you were saying that it's begging the question.
Yes.
Okay, so the reason why I don't think this is inherently begging the question is because what you put in question is why this would be the case, right? Instead of it being a contradiction.
Yeah, I'm saying that this statement would be contradicted by the fact that as yeah, well,
Okay,
you get it.
so you already agree that it's like a contradiction cannot like exist within the scan, right?
Yeah, I think contradictions can occur. Yes.
Okay, so
Like,
contradiction can occur, but
let me explain what I mean by that. contradictions can't be the case. So obviously, it's either one, she is actually indescribable, or either another proposition would be that no, she isn't, via the fact that there's a contradiction. But obviously, both things can't be true at the same time. I'm just saying that since we have the implication that both are true at the same time, we don't really know which one is true.
Sorry, I fucking cut out. What were you saying?
Wait, I cut out or you cut out?
I cut out.
Okay, so what I mean by there's a contradiction, I'm not saying that both propositions are one he's undescribable and the other one being he's not describable both exist at the same time. I'm saying that there's the proposition that he's undescribable, then there's the other evidence that lies against it that says that he is describable. So these two
Okay.
things go against it. Obviously, only one of them is true. However, we have both implications within the scan. Therefore, I'm just asking you, how do we know that it's that if there's like opposing evidence, right?
Okay. So the reason why I said it would be inclusive, or it's talking about intrinsic properties and extrinsic properties when talking about describable, is because it's more likely to say that one of these things is, or both of these things are inherently the truth because it's stated by the author, right? And we have feats of the other otherwise, right? That's
But
I'm not done by
yeah,
the way.
okay.
Okay. So if if both things are the case, but this cannot be a contradiction, it is more likely to give an interpretation that this is the case, unless you want to say that intrinsic properties can, or its intrinsic properties are defined, which I don't think you can do.
Yeah, but the problem with that is that you gave two sort of justifications onto why it would be more likely for your interpretation to be the case, which is one is
Wait,
stated
what's
by
it
the
say?
author. You gave two sort of explanations that I've tracked on to that explains that your interpretation is the case. One, it's stated by the author, and two, there's feats for it.
Okay. Yes, what you said was there is implications for the root to be describable, right?
Yeah, I'm saying that obviously we can describe it.
Okay.
So
And we
this would
also know,
contradict anything that you're saying, no matter what.
huh?
Yeah, so this would contradict what you're saying.
Yes, but what I'm saying is I'm giving an interpretation to what the scan actually means and why it would be more likely that or why it still would be undescribable, but some parts of it would be describable. Not
And one
the I'm
case
saying
being that it's stated by the
totality,
author, right?
huh?
Is it one of them being stated by the author, right?
Yes.
Yeah, are you worried that the author can make mistakes?
Yes, the author can make mistakes, but I think it is more likely, unless you want to say that the author did make a mistake, which I don't think is the
Or
case. I think it's more likely that the author meant, well, some properties are describable, aka the
okay,
extrinsic
and
properties.
okay, I won't say that it's a mistake. How about it's figurative language?
Figurative language. Okay,
He
doesn't
could
that?
have been using figurative language.
Okay, yes, that just backs up what I'm. Hold on, wait. What do you mean by figurative language? Before I go.
Yeah, I don't think that it's necessarily like literally indescribable.
Okay. Um, if that's the case, what supports that, or why is that
I don't,
interpretation like
the,
more likely
this
than
one,
my own?
this one.
Because it's stated multiple times or actually, hold up. Let me just give you
Yeah,
some state.
the reason that it could be figurative language is because it would like logically follow via the fact that it's describable.
It would logically follow why it's describable.
Yeah. So like, let's say that if this character is describable, like his nature is describable, right? In general, then it would be logic. It would logically follow the story, and as you said, it would be logic. It would be more likely for him to not make a mistake. Therefore, if it's figurative language, and it would be following what you're saying, which would mean he was not making a mistake. He's just saying that it's figurative. I mean, if he
Hold up.
literally states indescribable, then that would pose a contradiction and a mistake, which would be less likely.
Let me just get some shit real fast.
Oh wait, BigPray. Are you saying like what the fuck? Indescribable would be describing it?
No. I think Tokyo agrees that there's obviously ways to describe this thing, but he's just saying
Yes.
that this applies to not its like intrinsic nature, just its extrinsic nature.
Okay. So the thing is, with
Okay.
with these scans, like outright say or like outright use the same name, the blank for the fucking thing, and it outright is implying that it was fucking or the spiral origin is inherently like fucking, you know, inherently undescribable.
Another statement of it just being undescribable.
Yes, it's
Yeah,
like stated like a couple of times that the
yeah, but
root.
this is gonna be the same debunk implying to it. It's gonna be figurative
Okay,
language
so
all the times.
if it's figurative, okay, so you're saying that it's figurative language, that it's not made to be taken hyper literally, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if this is figurative language, I think it's more like, I think it's kind of a stretch to say that even though the author states that this character is inherently undescribable multiple times, most likely reinforcing that this character, that this thing is inherently undescribable, I think it's more likely to say my interpretation is more likely than yours, because you're just saying, well, it's probably figurative language, right?
Yeah, why can't it be more likely that he just uses the figure of speech multiple times? Like
Because
you're
well,
saying that
yes,
he's you're saying that he's repeating this to affirm the fact that it's hyperliteral, but like I'm asked like that would initially have to be hyperliteral for him to actually be affirming this.
okay, if I say something, if I say like, okay, if I say this pigeon can literally fly, and that's taking as um that's taken as, you know, figurative of speech, right? He's not actually like flying, right?
Okay.
But then I stated this pigeon can literally fly, and then this pigeon literally flew. It's more likely to interpret that this pigeon actually flew, instead of this pigeon just never
Yeah.
flew at
But
all,
the
and
thing
I'm
is
always
that
just
the
talking
thing
in
is
figurative language.
no, yeah, the thing is that we know that this character isn't actually undescribable, as you agreed, that there are some of his properties that are describable, so therefore your analogy doesn't fit, right? Because the analogy presupposes that the pigeon does literally fly, but we know that it does not literally be undescribed, right? We know that it describes, so like in your analogy, the pigeon wouldn't actually fly, and it would be still figurative. That's the problem with
Yeah.
it.
Okay. So let's presuppose that the pigeon in this analogy is implied to just like not be, or their wings are broken, right? It's more likely that this pigeon just cannot fly at all, right? And then I state it multiple times. Keep in mind, I am like I have the most knowledge on the pigeon, right? Because, you know, let's say, yeah, I have the most knowledge on the pigeon, right?
Okay.
Okay. If I state this thing multiple times, and then, oh my god, why the fuck is this nigga DMing me again, bro? I already slammed you. Anyways, um, fucking, if it's more likely that this pigeon, if it's more likely that this, I'm always using figurative speech because we see that this pigeon cannot fly because of its
Yes.
broken wing.
Uh-huh.
I think it's more of a stretch if I state it multiple times. At first, I would understand, like, okay, it's maybe a figurative speech, or it's not it's more like a hyperbolic, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if it's but then if I state it like a second and third time, keep implying that this thing actually flew, or this thing can actually fly, I think it's more likely to say that this thing is more is fucking going to, it did fly or can fly.
But why? Like you're just saying it. You're not saying why.
Okay, because the amount of statements like behind it.
You already said that. I'm asking you why does the amount of statements imply that it's more likely? You're just repeating it.
Because at first, like a figure of speech would be like, would imply like a hyperbole, right? Would
Mm-hmm.
you agree to that?
A figure of
Okay.
speech that doesn't necessarily mean to be a hyperbole. No,
Yeah. Well,
it can be a
in
metaphor
this
to
case,
just
it
explain
would
something.
imply
No, I
hyperbolic.
don't think it would. I think that it could like simply be a metaphor to just explain like the distinction between her and the verse.
You think it's a metaphor?
I think it could be a metaphor.
You think it could be a metaphor, or that it is a metaphor?
I think uh it could either be hyperbole or metaphor, but I just don't think that we can really know.
Okay. Which interpretation do you think is more likely?
Um, both are fine. They can be both.
So you think it is you think it's
That does it matter if I give an
hyper-
answer? Do you really need an answer on this?
well, yeah, it's because I prefer to like have a straight answer instead of having to debunk the like absolute probability of one, and then you say, well, the this is still a problem, and then I have to debunk that as well. So you think it can be both, or that
Okay,
it is like both?
let's say that my interpretation is basically that indescribable here just means that like um compared to the verse, he's just like way stronger.
You think compared to wait, what'd you say?
Yeah, okay, let's just say like bro, metaphor, sure.
Okay, so you think it's a metaphor?
Yes.
Okay, so if it's a metaphor, then I see, like I'm pretty sure. Well, let me find some of the scan. Let me read some of the scans again.
Would you like to move on? If you're comfortable with moving on, I'm fine with it.
Um,
If you think you
yeah,
substantiated
because
your point.
actually, yeah, if you want to, we can move on because I'm
Okay.
done with my scaling.
Okay, you're done with your scaling. So if you truly won this point according to well whoever you want, then sure she can be undescribable. I'll get to my scaling before we just finish the debate.
Okay, hold up.
Yeah, I think this is it. Have it shown. Let's put it there. Hello. All
Sorry,
right.
I have to go move spots real fast. What were you saying?
Okay. So this is gonna be my scaling. I'll try to make it fast, right? So here it states that Alucard is everywhere and nowhere simultaneously, and we've get the evidence that um he is trying to represent the Schrodinger's cat. And now we know that this Schrodinger's cat represents a sort of quantum superpositions theory. Therefore, it would be consistent with the story and analogy that this character is indeed at the same time everywhere and nowhere. Therefore, it would be an illogicality. Therefore, he would be above logic. Your character would still be bound by logic, and therefore he
Okay,
would
so
win
you're
by
it's
proxy.
kind of logical, right?
Yes,
Okay, I got two questions for you.
go ahead.
So when he says everywhere and nowhere, does he mean physically or spiritually?
Yeah, physically.
So
Well,
if he's like physically shown to be everywhere, like every single like space, right?
it
Can
doesn't. I don't
you
think it doesn't need to be shown.
okay, well if he's physically everywhere, we would see like Alucard be like in like that piece of space. Or this
Uh,
is Alucard in the scan, right?
Listen, I don't think it has to be shown because you can't show illogicalities.
Well,
Illogicalities
yes,
are
he can
literally
show
made
a
to be not be
logicality.
able to. No, 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 no. You cannot literally show illogicalities the same way that you cannot conceive a red and black cow at the same time. The same way you cannot conceive the square circle, right? However, you can describe these things, and the story does describe these things. And
Yes,
so the
but what
author
I'm saying,
intends this.
is like, if you say that this character is physically everywhere, your character would inherently physically be inside this character. Like this character would be fucking like this character would be Alucard, whoever he's talking to.
Yeah,
You can't imply that with physically drawn.
no, that would be impossible to show.
That would be impossible to show.
Yes, because it would be
Why so?
logical.
It could just be it could just be Alucard just drawn over this character.
Yeah, but then there wouldn't be a way to make him nowhere.
There wouldn't be a way to make him know.
He
Okay,
wouldn't be able, he
yes.
wouldn't be able to show him being nowhere and then the guy at the same time. Come on now, that's an illogicality.
Okay, so what you're saying is if this character has to be nowhere, and this character has to be everywhere, P and not P correlate, therefore making an
Yes,
illogicality,
yes.
right?
This would be the P scenario.
Okay, so if this is the case, um, fucking then my character can't and your character can't inherently like fucking let me show you something, or let me get something. So your character is beyond all of logic, right?
Yes.
Okay, does he talk?
Hmm. Yeah, I think he talks.
Okay, so well, that's logical. Talking is
Talk,
logical.
talking is logical.
Yes, like if I'm talking to you right now, right? That would need like we need like we need noise, we need like vibrations, we need shit to talk,
Noise is logic now.
huh?
Noise is logic.
Noise is logic.
Yeah, I hear
I'm
you.
saying noise is logical, not noise is like logic itself.
Yeah, no, noise being logical, it would have to be like sort of part of logic. Like there
Well,
would
yeah,
be
yes,
sort of
it
a
has properties of logic. That's what I'm saying.
exactly.
So if noise has properties of logic and he inherently talks, he would still have to be part of and talking would need like noise. You already agreed to that, right?
I mean, I don't agree to logic be to noise being a sort of part of logic. I think you need to prove that.
BigPray don't rat.
I genuinely don't think that noise has any correlation with logic. Like, bro, you can look at the definition that logicians give to logic. There is no correlation with noise.
I have a question for. What do you think logic is?
Logic is the way we distinguish good reasoning and bad reasoning, according to a
Distinguish good
logician.
reasoning and bad reasoning. Okay, that I don't think. Well, that's a form of logic,
That is
but
not a
like,
form of logic. That is logic.
yeah, yes. But what I'm saying is like, fucking like, so like for example, like classical logic. What do you think classical logic is?
Classical logic. Oh, I'm giving you the definition of like general, like of all logics, right?
Okay, yeah, because like what I mean is like if logic is like the reasoning for something to be like fucking something to be good or like good or bad reasoning, then if like a study like okay you sent it all right study logic is a
This is
study
the
of
definition that I appeal to.
okay, logic is a study of methods and principles used to distinguish good reasoning and bad reasoning. It is a normative this fuck I can't speak in the scene that is that does not survey and describe how we reason. Okay, so do you agree that like fucking so your character is yeah so what you're saying is your character is beyond reason, right?
Um, I think that would be the implication, sure.
Okay,
That
so
would be a
if
byproduct.
if your character so if my character inherently like or if noise is okay so you want to hold on let me you want to
My
fucking
brother spit it out.
hold up.
This is a long
So
answer.
so like you agree like what definition of noise do you want to go under real
Brother,
fast?
noise would just be the vibrations in the air.
The vibrations within the air. Okay,
Is that not what
so
noise is?
you
Irregular
don't think everything abides by
fluctuations.
logic, and that's why you say noise is not logical.
Huh?
Do you think everything is not like this is not bound by logic, therefore noise is not logical?
I mean, I just don't think that noise holds in itself holds any sort of reasoning or any like inference or anything that corresponds with the what logic teaches.
Okay, well, what I think like logic would be inclusive to like the laws of thought, right?
Okay. Yes.
If they are inclusive to the laws of thought, that they and like, do you agree like everything is bounded to the laws of thought?
Everything logical is bound to the law of thought.
Okay, so if like noise was not bounded to like the laws of thought, like we wouldn't be able to like we would be fucking you wouldn't be able to hear me, but you would also be able to hear me at the same time, right?
Is that the evidence for noise being logical?
Kind of.
Okay. So the argument would be that hold on. Merchant. Damn. Okay, so the argument would be that since it's bounded by the laws of thoughts, um uh yeah, it's bounded by the laws of thought, therefore it would be logical.
Hold up, I gotta respond to this nigga.
But like I think it can just like not be like logical or illogical. Since like something it would like need there would be other things needed for it to be logical or illogical. I'll explain it in a second when you're ready.
What the yeah. Um. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead. What were you saying? BigPray?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
I wasn't
So
done.
the thing is here is that you're saying that since they're bounded by the laws of logic, and obviously they wouldn't be unbounded because then they wouldn't exist. So
Yeah.
therefore they would be logical. But I think that they can like either not they can't be logical nor they can be illogical since they don't hold really any properties that like would deem them to be like related to the laws of thought, but also they wouldn't have anything that like goes against the laws of thought.
What do you think
For
something being logically possible means?
logically possible?
Yes.
What's the relevance here?
Just a question, real fast.
It doesn't have any contradictions to it.
It doesn't have any contradictions to it.
hmm And obviously
Okay.
we know that noise in itself can't like have hold two propositions or something. It's not an argument.
Yes. So like, what I mean is that if something does not inherently like contradict, is like if noise does not contradict itself, it is logically possible, right?
It would be logically possible. Yeah, but noise contradicting itself with what? Noise alone, like
Noise, like
noise
if
alone doesn't have something that it can
contradict
contradict with
itself.
it.
Hold on, wait, what'd you say?
Noise in itself, like, doesn't have something that it can contradict itself with.
Well, the thing is, if it had another property, so like let's say noise had the or had the fucking had the
But it
property.
doesn't. But it doesn't.
Hold up, wait, what?
Yeah,
Noise
noise doesn't
doesn't
have
have
an.
properties?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that noise doesn't have like multiple known sort of
Okay,
propositions.
that's what I'm saying. If noise doesn't have like a property and another property that
And
contradicts itself,
you
it is
can't
like
say that it's logical either.
what?
You can't say that it's logical either since it holds no propositions or logical propositions to it.
I'm saying that it holds properties, and if it had I'm saying like theoretically, if
But
it
why
had
does
two.
properties matter? What's the point of like pointing out properties of
Okay,
something that's
it's
not?
because like if something is logically possible, because if something is logically impossible, then it contradicts itself. You agree to that, right?
Mm-hmm. Uh, that's logically
And noise is noise is logically is and noise is logically possible because we're producing noise right now, and
okay.
in a
Okay.
hypothetical like theoretically, let's say noise had the property of not producing any sound and had the property of producing sound at the same time. That's logically not possible, right?
Right. Okay. So I don't think that really attacks what I'm saying. So would you just like to move on to another refutation that I can give to what you're saying?
So what you're saying is that noise isn't isn't logical, right?
I'm saying that it's not logical nor illogical. It's just something that exists that doesn't have any that doesn't hold any sort of logical properties that can be attributed to it or can be affected by the laws of thought.
Well, that's the thing, though. It inherently has to be bounded by the laws of thought, which are logical.
Okay. Well, if you think that you've extrapolated on that, then we can move on to my other refutation.
Okay, go ahead, then.
Yo, wait, you gotta record it, right, bro? Like this
Yeah.
shit's
Yes,
going
I've
nowhere,
recorded
bro.
yes, I recorded everything. No problem.
Bro, y'all could
Okay,
get another
so
judge, bro. I'm not watching that shit.
Yeah, we could just like keep discussing it now. I can if you send me recording, I send it to like Shards and whoever
I
you
don't
want to.
think
Yeah,
I
you
don't
guys
think
could
any
just agree on that
I
shit.
don't think anybody's watching this. Neither am I. Neither am I sending it.
Like, fair enough.
Okay,
Alright, I'm just go.
because I just needed to like get back in debating. But okay, so the other refutation would just be that whatever the author shows wouldn't actually matter, since obviously he can't, as I've told you multi times, you can't show something that's illogical, right? So
Mhm.
obviously there's things that would have to be logical that's attributed to him, since you can't represent something that's illogical, but the author is still implying it within his story, and therefore that would be like the ideology that he wants his character to go by.
Okay, but the thing is, I'm saying within actuality, this thing cannot inherently happen if this character has these properties or does this thing.
Yeah, but the author is attributing to him the logical
Yes,
property.
the author wants this character to be illogical, but I'm saying it cannot happen if this character does these things.
No, the thing is that my interpretation to this would be that the author
But
is obviously the author is describing him to be logical, right? You're saying that this isn't applied to actuality. However, I'm saying that this is actualized, but in the images, it's not actualized. So
I'm saying it
happen
can't be
it does
actualized because
listen. I'm saying that this is actualized. However, within images, it's not.
do you know the difference between intentionality and actuality?
Of course.
Okay, so the intention is for this character to be illogical. In actuality, this character cannot be illogical. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I don't think you're understanding what I'm saying though. I'm saying that I'm saying that in short, I'm saying that there can be like two different types of actuality, right? The one that's shown in the images and the one that's actually shown within the story. So he can't
Okay,
show if
so
he can't show
in
it
this,
with
you
images,
think
but
in
I'm
this?
saying that the story would follow with it.
Hold on, let me add this nigga fucking Mink because he wants to suspect it, even though we're pretty much done.
Yeah, this is gonna be the last thing.
Yeah, because after this, fucking, we're done. So what were you saying? You're saying that
Yeah, I'm saying that within actuality, there can be the images and the actual story itself.
it's the images within the actual story that's logical, and then in the
Yes.
story, it follows in a
Yes.
logical path.
Yes. So the character itself would be like
Well, in
illogical,
the
but
story, the
when it's
character needs to
shown,
talk, right?
But this nigga BigPray, bro.
the images,
Hold up. Wait, what'd you say?
the images.
The images. Okay, so it only in the images does the character need to talk.
Yeah.
Fuck up.
Do you realize the images follow the story, right? Because
No.
if it's not in the story, then the character is not illogical. If the character doesn't give a statement that because your whole point relies on a statement that is the story, that is the plot.
No. Right.
What the
So
fuck is this nigga talking about?
there would be the difference between the linguistical descriptions of the characters and what's actually like being drawn.
Okay, so if linguistically your character does not talk, your character cannot give a statement. Your character cannot understand or cannot fucking. Do you think he transcends or ascends from logic? By the way,
What the hell do you mean
What?
by ascend? But that's the same thing.
well, ascending would be like you're just above it. You're just still in the scope of it.
Then you wouldn't be ascending.
Nigga, what? Yo,
Nigga,
bro,
what?
yo, you need to chill out, Tokyo, bro.
Nigga, what?
Suck my dick and fuck you. Tokyo, you want to
Nigga,
debate after
yo.
this?
I want to go sleep.
Mhm.
You want to debate after this, Tokyo?
Not really. I want to get on fucking Type Soul, but sure, I guess.
Type soul is ass, by the way.
That bitch. All right, hey,
It's ass, but like,
conclude to me, and I'll give judgment. I got
okay,
you.
no,
I don't
we're
want
just
to
gonna
conclude
send.
to anyone.
Yeah, we're just gonna send
Okay,
rec to
are
someone.
we done? Are we done?
I'm gonna fart on your face,
What was
nigga.
your refutation, Rufus?
Yeah, the reputation is that there's a difference between what's linguistically described upon the character than what's being drawn.
Okay, yeah. If your character linguistically if your character linguistically is described or it linguistically describes his ability for this, I think in the story, it would have to follow. It would have to follow that your character linguistically describes this. That was so fucking circular. Hold up, bro.
Are we
Circular
done?
demon.
Are we done?
No, I'm
Okay.
chilling.
Are we done?
Yeah, we can just send rec to me and I'll send it to like Sishars or some shit.